Hey guys, it's good to see you all. Now before I start this video, there are just two big things I want to say. First off, I'm working on an album. I wanted to keep it secret for as long as possible. I've been working on it since yesterday, but I thought now would be the right time. And I'm working hard on it, and I know that's what every YouTuber does, they do an album for some reason. But don't worry, I'm working hard on it for you guys, and the first song is called Slowin', so it should be good. And the second thing I want to say is, if you want to like and subscribe, you can. If you don't want to, that's okay. Anyways, on to the video. The map changes for this season are some of the most odd and useless, unnecessary choices I think Fortnite has done. So I'm going to tell you what they did. Epic Games pooed on each corner of the map. They made each corner of the map way worse. Let's just go over it. I'm going to have both maps on screen, one Chapter 6 Season 2 and one Mini Season 1, just then you can see. First off, they replaced Whiffy Wharf with Resistance Base, which is a worse location. Then they replaced Demon's Dojo with, I believe it was where Captain Phasma was on the map. That is just a bad change, because it's not even like they were on the same bit. One was on the back of the mountain, one was at the front of the mountain. Like, they could have very easily kept both, but no, they just decided to remove Demon's Dojo for some reason. And then we've got Outlaw Enclave, I believe that's its name. This is just weird. Like, it feels wrong on the map because it's just a weird circle, sand area. It just doesn't look right because none of the other bits of the map have sand on them. And yet there's just this little circle bit with sand on it. It just looks out of place. And for the Vader's Solitude, that just, I mean, nothing really changed if I'm honest. So, next, onto the loot pool. In hindsight, I kind of respect Epic Games for replacing the whole loot pool blasters. That was kind of a base decision, but that's in retrospect. In terms of the guns themselves, they were just really boring. Like, they basically just did what they usually do with loot pools, but just made them blasters, which did make them way more interesting than what they'd usually be. But at the end of the day, it's still just your pump, your AR, your slower firing AR, your SMGs. Cool that they had dual pistols at one point, but that's only really the memorable gun I can remember. All of the others are just pump, but shoots lasers. You know what I mean. It's just a bit boring in my opinion. Next, on to the live event, because it was the best part of the season if we're honest. This was an awesome live event. But first off, before you went to the live event, you got to play what you currently see on screen. This was epic. I don't get why Epic didn't just make this like a game mode like 2 weeks before the season ended. Because this was awesome. It was really fun, being able to fly around. And it would have taken Epic a while to make this, so I don't know why the hell they just didn't make it a game mode. Because this would have taken a lot of effort to actually do. Because I know they already had some stuff ready, but for just a waiting room, and they had 2 teams, and it was just fun, and I wish I could have played it more. But besides from that, the actual live event itself was awesome. You got to walk around the Death Star. The disguises were a bit strange, but aside from that, it was cool. Palpatine was there. It is weird how they just reused lines from the films, but I get that's probably for budget reasons. And then, like, when Jonesy was being like electrocuted, I thought he was gonna die. And I was getting really happy, but then he didn't, and I was quite sad. But besides from that, then the Death Star blew it, which I feel like everyone's big question was, how are they gonna, because everyone knew it was gonna be a superhero season next, mostly, and everyone was curious, how are they gonna transition it from a Star Wars season to a superhero season? And they somehow managed to, with a shot of the Death Star blowing up, hitting a portal, leading to Demon's Domain, which is one of the best locations on the map currently, leading to the superheroes, Superman, all the cool superheroes. That was really well done on Epic's part, because they managed to transition it from this to that, which I don't think I could have thought of as an actual thing. This battle pass, out of a lot of battle passes, just shows this should have been a full-length season. Let's go over the skins. We've got Jedi or like Sith Eve, which I think is one of the best in the Battle Pass. Then we've got Poe Dameron for some reason in the Battle Pass. He should have been in an item shop. Then we've got Wookiee Team Leader, which I like the skin, but it should have also been an item shop. And Palpatine being the tier 50, I guess. make sense. Those make sense. And that's it. Because it's mini-season, it only gets 4 skins, which is really bad. First off, I don't know if I'm wrong here, Darth Jar Jar Binks, I swear they said this is going to be a Battle Pass skin. I don't know if... I could be very wrong when I say that, but I'm pretty sure at some point Epic said that was going to be a Battle Pass skin, so it's annoying that it wasn't. Especially as in all the trailers they were showing the Mandalorian skin, and I mean we all knew the Mandalorian, but then Mace Windu and Darth Jar Jar along with the Battle Pass skins. I just think it was a bit of false advertising, because they just showed all those skins, and obviously we assumed, of course Darth Jar Jar is going to be a Battle Pass. It's too cool to be an item shop. And I mean, to be fair, he has his own stupid XP thing, which was really stupid. Like, why do I have to play the game more and then pay you? That is a dumb concept. That is just really dumb. Now, I'm getting a bit annoyed here, but why? You said to use V-Bucks for it. Like, it's not like you could get XP then you could get it for free. No, you still have to pay for it, which is dumb. That's why Battle Pass is good, you pay for it, but then you still have to unlock it, obviously. But with that, you have to buy individual skins. Like, the Battle Pass costed 1,000. Darth Jar Jar alone costed 1,500. Like, why? Just put him in the Battle Pass. And also, Palpatine looked weird. I don't know if it was his cloth or his face, but it just looked weird. Also, why was his second edit style based off Episode 3, but yet he still had his normal face? Like, that just didn't make sense. Could they have really not been bothered to give him, like, a normal face? That just annoys me. Like, I feel like these are such easy solutions, and I know obviously it's a lot hard to put it into practice, but that just annoys me. Also, Mace Windu, I mean, I don't know what to say about him. He was pretty cool. He got his own cool portal, which on the map, which I liked. Oh yeah, the portals in bosses. Oh yeah. AI Darth Vader. I almost forgot about this, that's why I didn't have a unique transition for it, but this was funny. I loved this. Being able to talk to Darth Vader. I mean, I remember I had this conversation with him about, like, Sonic being faster than a TIE fighter. Like, it was such a dumb conversation. And I know Epic's saying sued at the moment for some reason, which I think that's ridiculous. I don't know who it is. I believe it's the SAG Union or something suing Epic Games for it. That is a ridiculous thing on their part. First off, the family allowed it. And also, James Earl Jones is unfortunately passed away. And even if he was alive, it wouldn't be possible. And it's not like he didn't want it. He wanted this kind of stuff to happen. He sold his voice to Disney. So, and they are only using this because they literally had to. It isn't a case of, oh, they're replacing voice actors, which, if we're honest, is eventually probably going to happen. Same goes with AI video. I know people don't want to hear it, and I get that. People work really hard on stuff. But you got to understand, the fact that even now, I could press one button, and boom, there could be an AI image, or an AI video. Obviously now it still doesn't look good, but imagine what it could look like in 5 years, 10 years, even 20 years. Imagine, you can ask AI anything. Make a Simpsons episode, make a Fortnite season, have ideas for stuff. It could do it within less than a minute. It could do that. Analysing the best parts. God, it could probably write some shows better than some writers. And that's stuff that people don't want to hear. Obviously, I don't think writers should be replaced, but when it comes to actors and voice actors, that's a lot more up in the air. I honestly don't know what's going to happen with that. But in terms of this situation, what I know about this, Epic, this is the only way they could have done it. And I don't like to defend Epic Games with something like this, but when it's something where they literally couldn't have done anything else, and I get why they're suing it, it's because they're scared. And of course they're scared. People's livelihoods are voice acting. Same goes for gaming. But the thing is with that, let's go, I could go on some examples here, but eventually, those voices, the actor either dies, or they can't do the voices easily. I mean, just look at Mario, or Wallace and Gromit. They replaced Wallace's voice acting because he unfortunately passed away, and with Mario, you just couldn't do the voice anymore. Which, I respect that. If you can't do the voice anymore and you quit, I respect that. But what I don't respect is, if you can't really do the voice anymore, but you're still doing it. Like, obviously, I don't want anyone to, like, send any hair or anything, but Marge Simpson, I know this has nothing to do with Fortnite, I mean it does, because they're getting a Simpson season, but her voice went from really good to now it is literally just, how do I say it, awful. What's that one clip where going la, la, la? Like you heard that clip, bro? That was so stupid. Like, and I get, like, you don't want to replace a voice actor and they'd get mad, and she's getting paid millions per episode, so I get why she's not leaving, but she just sounds awful. no offense to her, there is eventually a point where you just got to be like, sorry, you can't do it anymore. And I'm circling this back around to Darth Vader here. His voice actor was dead. They couldn't do anything about it. And even if he was alive, they couldn't do it anyway. Like, oh my god, it just annoys me sometimes. Like, and the overall is, I think this season had missed potential. For this season, because the thing is, it got weekly updates, which I liked, but it could have easily been 2-3 months, but they didn't do that, because then they could, more money, obviously, it's about money. If they did a 1 month long season, then they could fit another one in, then they could keep to their 1 year chapter tradition, which they've been doing since chapter 3 for some reason. It's annoying. But in terms of the season, I liked it. Looking back on it, the guns were pretty alright, the live event was epic, some of the locations were decent, but all of the ones that they replaced were worse than the original. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say to this video. So more about the album. I am working on an album currently. A song. It could be an album. Like, I don't know, I just always wanted to, and that's what YouTubers do at the end of the day. They make an unnecessary album, and that's it. So anyways, I'm going to be posting a video tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I usually try and post a video at least every 2 days. Like, never mind, you probably don't really care. So if you want to subscribe, you can. By the way, if you don't want to, that's okay. So anyways, see you in the next video, guys.